In my case, whether I obeyed or not, even there the issue was not obeying or not, I just had to go to that particular region because I had no otherwise. So when I was there, I was very open with God. I told God I don't understand what I thought we agreed, me and you, God, that I am never ever 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 coming back to this region again. What am I doing in this region again? You're expecting a no, he told you yes. You're expecting yes or no, he told you wait. So when God gives us an answer that is unpleasant, and it will happen, how do we behave? How does God answer prayers? So we have the three ways we know: yes, no, and wait. But out of this, or of all these three, and in each three, sometimes the answer, whether it's a yes or no or yes, the answer could be very unpleasant. And by unpleasant, I mean that is not something that you didn't expect God to tell you. Maybe you're expecting a yes, he told you no. Maybe you're expecting a no, he told you yes. You're expecting yes or no, he told you wait. So when God gives us an answer that is unpleasant, and it will happen, how do we behave then? So in today's video, we are going to look at when God answers our prayers in an unpleasant way. What happens? Yes, so let's start. Hi, my name is Connie Achieng and I'm a faith-based content creator, and welcome to Christian Candid Conversation, where we focus on social issues in the life of a Christian from a Christian perspective. And yes, prayers is part of our social life. It is spiritual, but it is also social, because these are the things we talk about as Christians when we meet. So let's continue. Yeah. So when God gives us an unpleasant answer, how do we go about it? Huh? And I want to tell you, I want to tell you that you should be ready. You should prepare. Of course, you should be ready. You should be prepared. You should be ready to say, God, your will and not my will. But the first thing I want to tell you, when God answers our prayers in an unpleasant manner, because that is one way that He answers our prayers in an unpleasant, quote unquote, unpleasant to us, because it is not what we expected. But it may not be unpleasant in reality, but to us it will feel like unpleasant. When that happens, take it to the Lord in prayer. Be honest, be authentic with God. This was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a yes. You're telling me no. I was preparing for a yes. Every strategy I have is a yes. Now you've told me no. What do I do? Be very authentic. If you have grown to a place where, if whether God says yes, no, or wait, you are ready to go, that's a good thing. Personally, I praying for myself to be there, but as of now, I always take it to the Lord in prayer, and I'm realizing I'm in a season where God is always answering my prayers in an quote unquote unpleasant manner. I pray for yes, He tells me no. I pray for no, He tells me yes. I ask Him, is it a yes or no? He tells me wait, and I'm like, what? But so number one, from personal experience, take it to the Lord in prayer. Be authentic, be genuine. If you're disappointed, tell Him. If you're confused, tell Him. If you don't know what to do from there, tell Him. Tell Him everything, and then ask the Holy Spirit to give you the grace to obey. Let us not pretend that we are fine when we are not okay. If it has broken your heart, tell God it has broken my heart. Very, 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 there is no heart left now. But give me the grace to obey. Give me the, I don't feel like obeying, but let me obey. Let me obey. Now, from a personal experience, I was praying to go to a particular region. Then God took me to another region. It was hard. It was hard. In my case, whether I obeyed or not, even there the issue was not obeying or not, I just had to go to that particular region because I had no otherwise. So when I was there, I was very open with God. I told God I don't understand what I thought we agreed, me and you, God, that I am never ever 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 coming back to this region again. What am I doing in this region again? So I was very authentic with God. It took me a long time, but I was authentic with God. I was hurt. He knew I was hurt. I was disappointed. He knew I was disappointed. And I asked for the grace to heal. And by the grace of God, eventually I healed. Now my prayer is, anytime God tells me to move, may I be able to move without, because the first time I had no option, I had to move. But my prayer is, the next time, I'm not praying to be there, but in the event I am not Kabisa praying to be there. But if I find myself there where I want to go A and God tells me B, may I now obey. And that is what I'm telling us. Anytime that God answers in an unpleasant manner, how does God answer prayers? Yes, no, or wait. And sometimes he answers prayers, quote unquote, in an unpleasant manner. When that happens, take it to the Lord in prayer. If you are shocked, surrender. If everything surrender, then ask God, ask the Holy Spirit to give you the grace to obey. And when the opportunity presents itself, please obey. Take the first step and obey. Whether it is not what you expected, yes, but just obey God. Even if you're obeying in tears, please cry. Please cry. If you have to wail, wail, but wail while obeying. Cry, shout, do everything in obedience. That way, obedience is for our own good. And what will make it easier? Not it will make it, at least it will not make it easier like we are flowing through it, but it will make it doable. It's going to God and presenting. You are shocked, you are disappointed, you are heartbreak at the way He has answered in an quote unquote unpleasant manner. And then when you ask the Holy Spirit to give us grace, He will give us the grace. But we need to take the first step and do the first thing He asks us to do. And polepole, as we take one step after the other, it will tutapata tu at the end of it all we have obeyed what God wanted us to do. So God does answer our prayers in an unpleasant manner, quote unquote unpleasant, and when that happens, take it to the Lord in prayer, pray kila kitu, and then obey. So I hope this has blessed you. See you in the next one. Bye.